A look at Colton Underwood's new CBS competition series. It's called Beyond the Edge. Look who's joined us, guys. Colton, how long have you and I been chatting for all these years now, I'm thinking?
This is year 4.
This
right?
is year 4.
We're going into the 4th year of our
friendship
yes.
and being here. We're going to get to everything going on with you now, but this show, what can we expect from this? That looks scary.
It is. It was one of the rawest and realest shows, and I didn't think it was going to be that way.
You're like, listen, I can do these shows. I know what we're doing.
I go, oh, this is an outdoor show, like wink, wink, nod, nod.
I jumped a fence, people. Put me out there.
I was like, trust me, I've been at the crafts and service table before on set, but there was none of that, and it was intense. And to be honest with you, after day 2 or 3, I was like, this is exactly where I need to be in my life.
Why is that?
Because it was a reset. It was no distractions, no opinions. It was shortly after I wrapped the Netflix show, and so I had a lot of people in my ear and a lot of opinions thrown my way. So in the jungle, none of that mattered. So I got to just sit with myself and be around 8 other incredible human beings.
Let's talk about your Netflix show, Coming Out Colton. Yeah. I watched it with my kids. How did you think it came out after you saw it? You're a producer on it as well, but yeah. What did you think about it?
I was very proud of it, and it was, at times it felt like I was putting my friends and my family in an uncomfortable position, but then I had to remind myself how uncomfortable I was for how many years, and they can sit with that, and they did, and they were amazing and incredible for that, so I was extremely proud of it.
My takeaway watching it was, especially as a mom, I could see why you kept this inside of you all these years. When you look at the way your community and everybody, I was surprised by when you went back to talk to your coach and your pastor, and both of them were not receptive to you at all. How did they feel after watching that play out?
I had more conversations with my coach than I did my pastor. And my coach, it took some time, but he really did truly come around and was just like working with me and really
that's good.
Had a much longer conversation. Because keep in mind, when the cameras are up, you get caught off guard very quickly.
We're used to it. When you're not used to it, that's jarring in itself.
Right. So he is a good man, and he has a good heart, and he is a friend. So yeah, and I can't tell you how many mothers and conservative mothers that used to follow The Bachelor reached out and just said thank you for allowing me to become a better mom. And I think I wasn't anticipating that, but reading those messages were extremely powerful.
How cute are your mom and dad? And your brother.
I know.
Adorable. Okay, by the way, Colton's got the world's hottest dad, by the way. He was trending on Twitter, #HotDad.
Yes, he was. I had a lot of gay men coming into my DMs where I was like, oh, wait, I'm getting hit on. I was like, actually, no, he's here for my dad. This is weird.
But that moment when you told him on camera, and you could tell he didn't know what was coming, y'all were fishing.
Yeah.
It was such a tender, wonderful moment. And talk about what you said in that moment. You're like, I wish I'd trusted my dad before to come to, knowing that he would have this reaction.
Yeah, I really wish that I would have trusted them a little sooner so I didn't have to go through what I went through alone and have a spiral in a really dark period of my life. That was like better than any reaction he could have ever given me. So it was incredible.
Now you're in love. Tell us about your fiance. I knew you were going to go cute older man.
Yes. Jordan is unbelievable. I mean, the picture's up there. I mean, him and I are in such a good place. I'm so happy. I've been really protecting that relationship so much, like just privately, just because I've done the public thing before, and it was not healthy for me. And
you don't want to give him roses or anything?
No, like we did the necklaces for our engagement.
Aww.
And he wrote a little sweet note on the back, and life is really good with him. I'm just very happy.
I can tell. Yes. I love seeing you like this. A lot in the news is made that you didn't want a prenup. People shouldn't care what you're doing, but everybody sort of feels protective of you since we've sort of gone on this journey with you.
Yeah. Look, people are going to have their opinions on me one way or another. If I wanted to stay single for 2 years, I would have been called a slut or a whore.
Yes,
and then now that I'm engaged, it's like, how dare you, rush this? You need to take your time. And him and I are in the relationship together. We joked about who the public thinks is the rich one here. We're like, we're in this together. We have the conversations we need to have.
And are y'all going to be out here in Hollywood, or are you living back in?
We're here in LA.
You're here in LA.
Yes. So round 2 for me. I left to go back to Colorado, and now I'm back in LA, and I have an amazing and the most diverse group of friends I've ever had.
Love that.
And it's just overall a much healthier situation.
Gus, I think, was the breakout star of your show as well. What a friend, what a guy. How's y'all's friendship evolved through all of this?
Gus
Gus Kinsworthy we're talking about.
Yes, Gus was such a good friend to me. Just to sign up and really be a good friend on and off of camera, and also just giving me advice along the way. And he could tell my struggle where he's like, you're trying to fit a mold. You're trying to fit an expectation of what it means to be gay. He's like, just shed that and be you. And that's honestly what the show was. It's like just showing that there is no right or wrong way to be gay. Just be yourself.
And him being an athlete, an Olympian, you being a former NFL player, there's something about that. Have you heard from a lot of like young people coming up, young athletes saying, hey, the narrative's changing?
I have. I've heard from a lot of athletes that are still in the closet too. And while the narrative's changing, the locker rooms and the culture still isn't. We have a lot of work to do. And, you know, I've been wanting to take care of myself before I really give back to the community because I want to educate myself because I've run from this community for so long. So when the time comes, I'm ready to step up to the plate and lead the charge and help connect the right people. But we have a long way to go in that culture for sure.
Have you been watching the new Bachelor? There's all this drama going on. Well, first of all, there's going to be 2 bachelorettes this season. What do we think about that?
Well, I mean, that's the show. We're going to have to keep leveling up. It's more drama, more intense. Like, that is what the show is built off of. So it does not shock me that they're going that route. Double the leads, double the drama. I do not watch, but you can't escape it. It's all over social media. So I saw, you know, Clayton's had a little bit of a mess.
What was that? So he didn't choose either one, then he doubled back, then they weren't together, now they're together?
Yeah. Look, I mean, I have respect for someone who does that. I did something very similar on my season where you sort of make up your mind. You're like, thanks for helping me make this TV show, but like, this is my real life now. So I respect him for doing it. I'm sure he could have handled this situation much better from what I've been reading. But I wish him nothing but the best. I wish anybody who goes through that process is a warrior, in my opinion.
I like that.
Yes.
Well, great to see you. Come back anytime. We couldn't wait for you to be here. Beyond the Edge airs Wednesdays at 9 on CBS and streams on Paramount Plus. Coming up, Queen Elizabeth's new perfume for dogs and a golden retriever who loves to give out hugs. That's real, Colton.
Wow.
Pets in the News is next.